Father Kwame, please, I beg you, don't do this to me. I screamed, my voice raw with terror. My name is Binta, and if there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I was raised in the ways of my people. Not just any way. The strict traditions of our village, where faith in Nyame, the great sky deity, was not just a belief, it was life itself. Missing prayers at the shrine was unthinkable. Ceremonial gatherings took priority over everything. My parents weren't just followers of the faith, they were devoted custodians of tradition. Morning libations, evening chants, offerings at the sacred grove, drumming at the full moon. If it was part of our spiritual life, we were there. No excuses. By the time I was 10, I had memorized every sacred hymn, the praises of Nyame, the chants to Asase Ya, the invocations of the ancestors. At 15, I wasn't just a helper at the shrine. I was the lead apprentice to the elder priestess. I guided the younger ones, taught them the meaning behind every ritual, and ensured they honored our gods properly. Because for me, the shrine was more than a place of worship. It was home. It was safe. Or at least I thought it was. Then there was Father Kwame. Not yet an ordained spiritual leader, just an apprentice diviner, months away from becoming a high priest. But to us, he was already a man of the gods, always pouring libations, always interpreting the cowrie shells. If you had a problem, he was the one you went to. Father, I am struggling with my faith. Come, let us seek Nyame's wisdom together. People adored him, trusted him. I did too. Until the day he asked me, Binta, can you help me prepare the shrine? I didn't hesitate. Why would I? He was practically a priest, and I was a shrine apprentice. Helping was part of the duty. That was my first mistake. I stepped into the inner chamber expecting nothing unusual. It was pristine, too pristine. It didn't even need cleaning. But before I could process that, I felt it, a hand on my waist. I froze. Maybe it was an accident, maybe he was reaching for something, maybe. Then, his fingers pressed into my side. Slow, deliberate. Father. My voice barely above a whisper, because he didn't move his hand right away, just let it linger. Then, as if nothing had happened, he pulled back, smiling. You are such a good girl, Binta. Always so obedient. I forced a nervous laugh and stepped away. Thank you, Father. Then I left. Not running, not saying a word, just leaving. But my hands were shaking. I should have listened to my instincts. Should have stayed away. But I didn't. Because I trusted him. A few weeks later, it happened again. I don't remember how I ended up alone with him, but there I was. And there he was. Binta, he said, too softly. I took a step back. He caught my wrist, gently, carefully. Do you know how beautiful you are? Cold fear crawled up my spine. Father, I should go. I mumbled, trying to pull away, but he didn't let go. Instead, he raised his other hand and touched my face. You don't have to be afraid, he whispered. I wasn't just afraid. I was terrified. Then he leaned in. I felt his breath on my skin, the weight of what was happening crashing down on me all at once. No. I yanked my hand free and stumbled back. His eyes darkened just for a second, before the smile returned. You are still young, he murmured. But don't worry. Just 3 years from now, you will understand. Without fear. I understood what he meant. And I never should have gone back. The last time I saw Father Kwame, I unknowingly walked into a trap. I brought my friend with me that day. I didn't tell her why, I just casually invited her along. She said yes without hesitation. It made me feel safer. When we arrived at the shrine, everything felt normal. The usual hum of prayers in the background. People moving around. I started to relax. Then, he saw me. Father Kwame said, smiling. That same smile that made my skin crawl. You finally came. I forced a smile. Yes, Father. His eyes flicked to my friend. And who is this? She introduced herself cheerfully, oblivious to the tension in my chest. You both must be thirsty. Let me get you something to drink, he said. I didn't like the way he said it. Oh, we're fine, Father, I answered quickly, but my friend, still unaware, laughed. Actually, I'd love a drink. Before I could stop him, he disappeared into the next chamber. Moments later, he returned with 2 bowls of palm wine. One was cool, one wasn't. He handed me the cool one. I didn't realize. Do you mind if we switch? I really prefer the cool one, my friend asked casually. Of course, I said, handing it to her. Just like that, I had no idea I had just saved myself. At first, nothing seemed strange. We sipped our drinks, chatting. Then, I feel strange, my friend murmured, blinking slowly. I turned to her, concerned. What do you mean? She swayed slightly. I don't know. Just tired. Then, right in front of me, she slumped over. My heart stopped. Hey! Wake up! I shook her gently. Nothing. Panic surged through me. Father, something is wrong, I said, turning to him. He was watching us. Too carefully. Then, he smiled. She must just be tired. Don't worry. I swallowed hard. Are you sure? Of course. Then, his tone changed. Actually, Binta, can you do me a favor? I need something from the village market. Can you go get it for me? I hesitated. But my friend, she will be fine, he interrupted. Just let her rest. It is nothing serious. Something was wrong. I felt it. But I had no reason to say no. I didn't want to seem rude. Didn't want to act like I suspected anything. So, I nodded. I took the money and left. But as I walked toward the market, a sick feeling twisted in my gut. Why had he sent me away? Why, now? Why did my friend fall asleep so fast? I stopped cold. Then without thinking, I ran. Back to the shrine. Back to my friend. Back. Before it was too late.